RJ here, hanging out at the Young Hollywood Lounge with the one and only Zay Wilson. What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So I like the boots, by the way. Let me see those boots.
Well, ostrich.
Ostrich, all right. So explain this. Like, you don't look like a typical country star. What made you get into country music over any other genre?
Honestly, growing up, I think I grew up in like the rap culture. You know, I grew up in St. Louis and I moved to Austin, Texas, and I spent most of my life in Texas. But so I'm the baby of 7, and like 4 of my siblings got taken away by the system before I was born. Long story short, I've never met my oldest sister. My family was just going through things. Both of my parents was like, you know, on drugs and stuff like that real bad. So it was just me and my 2 sisters. Like,
oh, wow.
It was to a point where I'm like, man, I'm just out here young and just doing everything by myself. So basically my sister took me in. She was like 33 at the time, and I had gotten in trouble, and she would like, stay in your room, you can't leave your room, you can't drink juice, have snacks, no TV, anything. And the only thing I had in my room was like a little alarm clock radio and stuff. And I would just listen to music. Every time a commercial come on, I would just change it. And then I just fell in love with every genre. I just started listening to all types of stuff and introduced me to country music. And the storytelling of country music and the way it describes stuff and like the art of it, like I just loved it.
And you had an unusual path because you started on reality shows, which isn't your typical way to become a country star. Like, how did you make that transition?
So I went in to do some commercial work, and I was doing some auditions, and everywhere I go, I sing. Never knew I could sing at all, but I would sing. She was just like, wow, you have a really good voice. Like, how long you been singing? I'm like, oh, I can't sing. I'm just messing around, you know? She was like, no, you should actually do it. So I actually get in the studio after that with her son, was like 16 at the time, and he's just super advanced. He did like the whole Kids Bop thing when he was a child. So recorded my first song, and I brought it back to my manager, Nikki, because I told him before, after the first day I was talking to her, I was like, yeah, she said I should really do music. He was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, we can work on it. And then I came back like the next day with the song that I made. He was like, oh, you could sing, like, let's do this. So ever since then, we've been full throttle country music.
Now, you mentioned Nikki. I mean, that's kind of a big deal that Nikki Gathright got behind you, because all kinds of people, I'm sure, hitting him up to do stuff. Exactly. So how did it feel when he's like, all right, I'm going to spend the next couple of years building you up and building out your career?
It felt good. Not too many people in my life that just came in and believed in me and put the time and effort to do that, especially someone like him, self-made millionaire. It felt good, and I felt like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to put everything into this.
And what was it that got his attention, you think? Why did he be like, all right, Zay's the guy I'm going to put, get behind?
I don't know. It's probably just because just raw potential. Last year was just like, never performed ever. He just threw me on stage. Okay, you're gonna go open up for Dasha. I'm like, huh? Okay, you're gonna open up for Shaboozey. I'm like, all right, whatever. I think it's just natural for me every time I go on the stage.
And I remember when he sent me over Slow Game. Like, I had that thing on repeat. I told him, I hit him up, I'm like, damn, I've had this on repeat like 20 times.
I appreciate that.
But why is that so catchy? I mean, something about that hook, when you first hear it, you're like, wait, I gotta hear it again, and then again, and then again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just the song in general is like you telling the girl, like, I don't want to, instead of playing games and, leading her on, you telling, hey, I don't want to rush this. I want to take it slow. For me personally, that song comes from trauma as well.
Yeah, I want to hear the story. Who's the lady behind that song? What happened? We don't have to give names, but something's behind that song.
So my ex from the show. So it was just like, been through heartbreak and been through all this stuff, and like my next situation, my next thing, I don't want to rush. I don't want to feel like I'm pressured into doing something, because the show I was on was about marriage. I was supposed to be married right now. I went on this show a few years ago, and I wasn't ready, but at the same time, I think that when you love someone and they give you an ultimatum, you like, well, it's either you marry me or I'm done. If you really love the person, you like, well, why not? Well, she ended up breaking up with me on the show, and that was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. But me going on to another relationship, I'm like, okay, I can't rush this. I have to literally play the slow game,
Yep. So, if y'all haven't heard this song, I'm telling you, you will have it on repeat. The Slow Game, you have got to listen to it. And then you got a couple other ones, your summer song, and then what are some of the other ones that are in the pipeline of the new stuff?
So I did this song with Tyler Yahweh. He has songs with Post Malone, The Baby, all types of people. And I met him through my cousin, and he heard my music and was like, "You're really good. You just started. This your second year doing music?" I was like, "Yeah." He came to the studio and hopped on the song. We put that out in November. It's called New Boots.
And what was the whole Stagecoach experience like? Because I remember last year you were everywhere. I'm at this party, oh, there you are. You're at this party, like day, night. I don't even know when you slept.
Yeah.
You were literally like 20 places, I feel like, that weekend. But take us through that whole experience.
It was crazy, but if I had doubts before then, I had no doubts after. I was afraid to hit the stage at first. I'm like, man, this is my first time. There's so many people. I'm just performing and singing in front of people is very a vulnerable thing. And I've never been afraid to be vulnerable, but that's a different type of vulnerability. You know, that changed my whole mindset and what it takes to go and do a show, and you're drinking and doing all this stuff, and like you gotta wake up and do it again the next day. It definitely just gave me the feel and gave me some experience.
And now let's talk about this year. So Elevate Agency has taken over.
Yeah.
It's like daytime, nighttime. They have like all kinds of activations. Give us a little sneak peek. Do you know what you're going to be doing this year at Stagecoach?
Like last year, did the whole big Elevate party at Coachella. This year, we're doing some similar things, working with brands and stuff like that.
Nice. And then I saw you last week at the Netflix viewing party. You got on stage, did a little impromptu performance.
Yeah.
What was that like being with some of the other, were there any of them on your show? Any of the other co-stars or anyone you worked with?
No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, Chloe Beach was there. She was on, I actually did 2 shows with her. I did Celebrity X on the Beach. That was a UK show, and then I did a Perfect Match with her.
You're just popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I know, right?
I saw you in Hollywood, like everywhere I go. It's like, there's Zay, he's here.
That was good, even though I'm at the beginning, but it shows those people that this is a stepping stone to whatever you want to do in life, and you can literally do that if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, so give us like the future of Zay Wilson. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be?
I see a couple Grammys.
Nice.
I see a lot of #1s. I see some cool collaborations.
Who you want to collab with?
I mean, the first person I would probably say is like Morgan Wallen, of course, Luke Combs. My why is just to show people that grew up like I did that you can do literally anything if you put your mind to it. Like I played college basketball, and then I went
How
on
tall
Netflix.
are you, by the way?
It's like 6'6".
Damn. You're the tallest country singer ever?
No,
someone should check it.
Shaboozey's up there. Shaboozey's up there.
How tall is Shaboozey?
He's around my height. I didn't know that either until I met him in person. But yeah, he's a pretty tall guy.
When you walk in a room though, you'll know Zay is there.
Yeah.
You're not hard to spot.
Yeah.
So what else? Like 10 years, your legacy, 20 years. What do you want to see? And then you're gonna do a lot in 5 years, it sounds like.
I would like to start my own label. That would be cool, just to bring up and coming talent, just to help them get to the next point wherever they go, you know?
And do you think you'll get in other genres, or you just want to stick in your lane and do country, or you want to mix it up?
Yeah, I mean, country pop, like a country R&B, that would be cool, but I think just right there is my lane.
We got to talk style a little bit. I mean, this is a little unique what you got going on here.
Yeah, I know, right?
What is it? It's not even a normal nose ring, though.
Yeah, I got two nose rings, a few rings on, chain, ostrich belt, ostrich boots, you know, my own style, and yeah.
That's the way to do it. So a couple last things we'll let you get out of here. If you had to describe Zay Wilson in just one word, what sums you up, you think?
Unicorn, I think. Yeah. It is a lot of layers under me, and I feel like I can just do so many things.
What have you not done that you want to do?
Besides win a Grammy, probably a movie. I would love to do a movie. I think that would be dope. I would definitely like to have a documentary just on my life and write a book as well.
Cool. And the last thing is you're starting to build up a whole fan base. Like, what do you want to just say to everybody out there early on? Because we got a lot of people here early on.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish before she hit it, Bieber. We've had a ton of people, and then 5 years later, they end up sort of taking it to that next level. And you know, it's once in a while where like you gotta have this guy on your radar, this girl on your radar, and you're somebody we definitely have on our radar. So it's like, right now, what's your message? And 5 years from now, when people look back at the early videos,
I would say listen to my music, follow me, enjoy the journey, because this beginning stage and where I'm at is the most important part. And let them watch your life. Let them see your day-to-day. In years, they'll see like, wow, I've been here this whole time, and watch Jay from him going on TV to him on Young Hollywood. We've watched this all this time, and now I'm going to this show in this stadium that he just sold out.
So there it is, Zay Wilson.
Amazing.
Y'all got to know the name, y'all got to know the face. And 5 years from now, when you go back and watch this video, you saw it here first.